Hey Gemini, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your January 2023 energy forecast. So welcome to this brand new year. Of course, we're ushering in 2023 with Mercury, your ruler, in a retrograde. My Gemini friends, you're probably having a hard time trusting your mental plane, trusting your intellect, because of course the mental plane is turned all the way down in order for the heart space and our intuition to take the lead. Now, Mercury, of course, being retrograde in Capricorn energy, still has a huge amount of power as far as manifesting goes. It would be a huge disservice if you are not focused on what it is that you want to create and experience over the course of 2023. You have some very pivotal energies coming at you over the course of this year. If you haven't tuned in or listened to the 2023 energy forecast that I put out for this year, I'm going to recommend you go ahead and you do that for a little bit more detail on the very pivotal months of change that you can expect to mark on your calendar. And of course, expect huge changes and transformations to take place over the course of this year. So yeah, we're coming into January, and in the modern day calendar, we would assume that this is the first month of this brand new year, bringing the vibration of one, of new beginnings, new chapters, new cycles, new seasons. However, it is actually the last quarter of the astrological calendar, the 11th month, which means that this is not a time of action, not a time of initiation. Instead, this is a time of rest, reflection, realignment, recalibration, and focusing on what it is that we actually want to bring to life over the course of this year. So we have a lot of very powerful energy supporting us to jump into the mental plane, which is your special place of power, and really visualize what it is that we need to bring to life. Now, keep in mind, with Mercury being in Capricorn energy, we have the ability to manifest whatever it is that we focus on, good, bad, or ugly. And we definitely want to turn up the mental power, the mental discipline to make sure that we are focused on all the good, on all the goals, on all the dreams, on all the visions. So on the 2nd, we have Venus moving into Aquarian energy. Venus is the goddess of love, of beauty, of worth, of pleasure, of money. And in Capricorn energy for the past couple of weeks, we've definitely been more in a business mind, really sorting through who and what needs to stay, needs to go, who and what is adding to our lives, who and what is taking away from our lives. And of course, we're going to use these challenges, these obstacles, these blockages, these restrictions as a framework for us to set ourselves free. The Aquarian energy is going to help us do that. It's a visionary energy, which means that we're very easily able to project ourselves into the future to gain vision and insight on who is there, who is in alignment with us, who is supporting us, who are we connecting with. This Aquarian energy wants us to be free, wants us to be independent, wants us to kind of put ourselves out there, to think outside of the box. And when it comes to relationship dynamics, you best believe that we are craving a little bit of space, a little bit of distance. And Venus, who is normally wanting that connection and that intimacy, she is ready to kind of dance to the beat of her own drum. She wants to be better. She wants to do better. She wants to push the boundaries of her comfort zone. And that comfort zone has a lot to do with a lot of the, I'm going to say, long-term relationships that maybe we've outgrown, that we're just afraid of letting go of. We are definitely going to feel the shift with Venus moving into Aquarian energy, and we will likely be downloading huge amounts of insight, huge amounts of aha moments and epiphanies that will eventually help us piece together what it is that we have to do in the here and now in order to actually bring our end goal, our dream, our vision to life. On the 6th, we have our very first full moon of 2023, and it's taking place in Cancer energy at 16 degrees. So the full moon is going to bring something full circle, bring something to an end, bring something to a completion point. And it is likely going to be something that got switched up, changed up, initiated back in Cancer season of 2022. So this is going to revolve around the home, the family dynamic. This is likely going to have a lot to do with the boundaries that have been tested and in some cases totally destroyed. And it is going to illuminate for us where it is that we have to stop concerning ourselves so much with other people's lives and where it is that we have to pull the energy back in order to concentrate on ourselves. So the full moon is going to provide us with a lot of epiphanies, a lot of aha moments, and give us a clean slate to build and create, to give birth to something new. You have the energy, you have the support, you have the vision working for you here this month on what it is that maybe you need to strengthen or stabilize as far as your routines, your relationships go. And keep in mind that this Cancer energy definitely focuses on the feminine divine energy and our relationship with it. We're going to be all up in the feels, we're going to be all up in our intuition, but this could work in a very positive way for us if we're open to admit and accept that maybe we've outgrown some particular routines, some particular people, some particular dreams and visions. And from that, we can kind of see what needs to go, what needs to stay, and what it is that we have to act a little bit more diligently upon if we want to strengthen that foundation to be strong enough to house the dreams that we are going to bring to life over the course of 2023. On the 12th of January, we have a major event taking place because Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desire, is going to go direct at 8 degrees in Gemini energy. So you may recall the fact that Mars has been in Gemini in your sign for 7 months, retrograde since the end of October. This has definitely put a damper on your physical energy, has confused the F out of you as far as your passions, your desires, your goals go. You've been constantly back and forth, torn between two choice points, two decisions, two directions, and a lot of anger, a lot of agitation has been illuminated on where it is that you do not feel like you are in control of your life. Now, Mars is going to be going direct in Gemini energy, which is the first house for you. You are going to pretty much Hulk out. You are going to have the energy back to make up for quote unquote lost time. You are going to be super productive. You are going to be seeing a whole bunch of progress in where it is that you are identifying what it is that you actually want, what it is that you actually need, what it is that you actually desire, and you're not going to be afraid to put yourself out there to actually go after it. This is going to put you, I'm going to say, in the spotlight, so to speak. The first house itself is how you show up in the world, and you're going to be a little bit more aggressive out in the world, creating opportunities for you to actually advance instead of sitting back and allowing those opportunities to knock on your door. I don't know if you noticed, but there hasn't been much knocking as of late. And Mars going direct is definitely going to say, hey, maybe you should get out there and create opportunities for yourself instead of standing back and letting them flow to you. On the 18th, we have Mercury, your ruler, going direct in Capricorn energy. So fun fact, Mars is going direct in Gemini energy at 8 degrees and 8 minutes. And Mercury, your ruler, is going direct in Capricorn energy at 8 degrees and 8 minutes. This is a big deal for a couple of reasons, mostly because between the Gemini energy and the Capricorn energy, we are going to bring some ideas to life. We are going to bring some aha moments to life. The intellect, the logic, the practicality, the strategy that is your strong suit is going to flow very easily, inspire us, motivate us, tap into that Mars energy that is going to back us with the physical energy to actually make things happen. And the Capricorn energy that Mercury is going direct in allows us to bring things to life, especially where our long-term goals are concerned. And that's why I say to you, huge potential to manifest a lot in a short amount of time. And that's why we have to be very careful with what it is that we are focused on while Mercury is in Capricorn energy. So Mercury going direct in Capricorn energy is highlighting your eighth house. Your eighth house is where a huge transformation takes place because things need to die, things need to end, things need to come to a completion and closure point in order for brand new things to have the space to actually come to life. Now, a lot of this is going to be, I'm going to say, old ideas, old dreams, old perspectives, old narratives, especially the negative Nancy ones, that need to be put to death in order for you to renew yourself, renew your faith, renew your passion, renew your dreams and vision in actually moving forward. That eighth house definitely throws us in the shadow realm of our thoughts, of our emotions, of our experiences, but not to paralyze us, instead to empower us. And I think that many of my Gemini friends are tired of being depleted, tired of letting life happen to them, and totally ready to boss up to new levels of taking control over the energy and aspects in their lives and start making things happen for them. On the 20th, we have the sun moving out of Capricorn energy, moving into Aquarian energy. And you best believe that as a sister air sign to you, you are going to feel pretty good about the sun shining a bright light on our future, on our vision, on where it is that we want to do better, where it is that we want to be better, where it is that we can amp up, level up, and be a little bit more innovative and progressive with making things happen in our lives. On the 21st, we have that new moon taking place in Aquarian energy at 1 degree, 33 minutes, which just happens to be the exact same degree that the new moon in Capricorn took place in on December 23rd. What do we know? Well, this is a clean slate. This is a brand new karmic cycle. This is planting the seeds of intentions based off of these new ideas, these new inspirations, these new aha moments, this new revelation, this new energy my Gemini friends are tapping into and creating as we're setting the stage for what 2023 is going to be all about. Now, on the 22nd, we have some powerful energy shifting us once again with Uranus, the Great Awakener, going direct at 14 degrees in Taurus energy. So Uranus has been sitting in Taurus energy, affecting your 12th house of endings, of closures, of your unconscious self, of the hidden realm of your thoughts and emotions, of old memories, old soul contracts. Now, the last 5 months should have illuminated to you where it is that you've been holding on to old versions of yourself, old ideas, old narratives, old people, old places, old things, and where essentially it has been blocking you from moving on and accepting the rewards, the blessings, the abundance that you have been praying for. Uranus, we have to expect the unexpected. Uranus energy zaps us, shakes us, definitely opens us up for change, and we aren't as resistant as we once were to make the major transformations, the major changes that we know we need to make. Essentially, you are closing out old routines, old relationships, old skills, old talents, old resources, old money matters in order for you to rebuild, give birth to something new, create something new for yourself that brings a new level of excitement that you haven't had in a very long time. On the 26th, we have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, money, on the move again. This time she's moving into Pisces energy. Things are going to get hella emotional, super sensitive. We are definitely strengthening our spiritual practice. We are definitely examining where it is that things need to end in order for new things to begin, especially where routines and relationships are concerned. And Venus in Pisces energy is going to be illuminating your 10th house of your career, of roles and responsibilities, of karma, and of your finances. Here's the thing. My Gemini friends, they have grown bored of their job, of the roles and responsibilities in it, of the mundane tasks and chores of their day-to-day life, and they haven't been feeling inspired for a very long time. Venus moving into Pisces energy is going to bring the inspiration back. We are in touch with the beauty in life. We are getting down to our true, raw, vulnerable feelings on what it is that inspires us, where the magic is, where it's been lacking. And for my Gemini friends, we are likely going to see a huge aha moment, a huge revelation where the career is concerned. Now, this may be setting you up to putting this career path, this direction to an end in order to start fresh, or it could be bringing in new ideas, new levels of inspiration, new motivation in order for you to infuse that energy back into your career and actually be excited about what it is that you do once again. So some of the messages that I would like to leave you with for you to focus on as you move throughout the month of January. The very first thing that I want you to pay attention to is around the 14th of this month. Now that will kind of land us in between Mars going direct in your sign and Mercury, your ruler, going direct in Capricorn. Also on the 14th, I didn't mention this in most of the insights for the zodiac signs. However, because they're showing me the number 14, I do feel that it is significant and important enough to mention that that is also the last quarter moon in Libran energy at 24 degrees. That tells me that you are bringing something full circle, especially where relationships are concerned, where kind of finding balance is needed once again, where compromise is going to be a hot topic and theme, and where it is that you really have to pay attention to your heart and your head, especially with Mars and Mercury preparing to come out of their retrograde. There is a lot of realigning to do, recalibrating to do for my Gemini friends, and it would be super advisable for you to take the time to ground yourself out and find a happy, stable middle ground once again. The universal guides are bringing to my attention the number 4. And when we talk about the number 4, we talk about the home and family dynamic. We talk about the foundation that we are building. We talk about the boundaries that are needed in order for us to create the framework to actually bring some of our dreams, some of our visions to life. The message that they're bringing with the number 4 is that a new structure, a new framework, and most importantly, new discipline is needed in order for my Gemini friends to stay focused on the goal, on the dream, on the vision, and actually apply the logic, the practicality, the strategy that is needed in order to see some of these visions, some of these dreams come to life. They are also bringing forth the number 11, and the number 11 is a master builder, master manifesting number. And of course, if we take a look at the astrological calendar that we're in, we are in the 11th month. And even more than that, what do we have going on in the 11th house for you? We have a new vision, a new dream, new hopes, new wishes that you need to be focused on, that you need to really, really spend the time to hone in on the details on what that vision and dream is going to look like. And most importantly, what that reality would feel like. It's time to balance the scales. It's time to find a new middle ground. It's time to make sure that your heart and your head are in agreement, because you have a lot of territory that you will be kind of jumping into and reestablishing throughout this new year. And it would be super advisable for you to get in alignment, heart and head, get in alignment, ego and higher self, and definitely get in alignment with your inner realm before you start making changes in your outer realm. So Gemini, that's all that I have for you for the month of January. I hope you have a beautiful month, and we'll talk to you soon.